A full Memorial Day weekend of the greatest cornhole anywhere in the world. And we've brought it to Branson. Why? Because it's the first ever ACO, American Cornhole Organization Pro Series Cornhole Championship. We are on Qualifier Day right now. Great match after great match after great match, and they're just going to keep getting better. Not only am I going to be here to call the action of this match, I am Finn, the loudmouth for the ACO. I'm going to be joined by somebody who has already made it in to the finals on Sunday on Stadium for a shot at $20,000. He is a finalist. He is a former champion, a king of cornhole from Louisville, Kentucky. Eric Zockline, easy. You made it look easy until you didn't, and then you did again.
I know. It was
nicely
like,
done.
You throw a few in the hole, and then all of a sudden you lose it a little bit, and then all of a sudden you find it again. But I don't understand that, but it happens.
Well, we will talk more about that as we continue on, as we get ready for this game. Megan mopping the floor, mopping. That's what they said. That's what you should call her, because she's been mopping the floor with everybody.
I call her Megan Maupin, Smiley.
Smiley, all right. Smiley. They're wrapping up their down and back, they being she and Catherine Kennedy Halbert, who played earlier in the day today. And she is gunning for one of those 8 spots as well. These two were going to go head-to-head. Johnson City, Tennessee versus Lakeland, Florida.
There you go.
All right, that first bag is in the air, and it is off to the left side. There is no messing around. Megan and Kat, fire when ready.
Yep.
Now, I'm going to count on you heavily for analysis as to why these shots are happening and what you expect from each of these two players, knowing what you know about them both.
You know how hard it is to commentate something that somebody this trigger shot. It's a trigger shot to me, and they're just firing away, you know what I mean? But in situations, yes, I will let you know. But I think that's a point for Kat.
Absolutely.
Kat got a point.
Kat picked up one on the red bags, and she takes the first bag now on their way back down. But we did talk about that and the different pace. I mean, you were in a game that took quite some time to finish against Maggie.
You know, I throw slow. I'm
a
slow shooter. I am. I really am, and that's what scares me about the 15-second rule. You know, but
and it's interesting that you bring that up, because the rules like that, the foot fault rule, there are rules that you don't see called out very often. But that 15-second rule, we've seen some that have probably run right up to that on the clock, because people are having to step out and take a second look. We've only seen, I believe, one timeout the entire day, and that is rare in a competition with so much on the line.
Yeah, I think Maggie took it against me.
She took it with you.
Yeah.
That's the only one we have seen today. Kat launches that first bag, holds on to that advantage.
You get one a game, right? Is that right?
You're asking me?
One time out? I'm not really knowing the rules really well. I know you get one at least. I know.
Have you ever taken one?
I have.
You have taken one? Is that just to go get a beer?
Or just take a sip of one because it was on the other end.
Or just a quick nap. Yeah, sure. Why not? But we laugh about this. But, boy, the focus that you have to have, and the muscle memory. And then not only that, but playing in the tournament that's going on now. That's going to be a 4 spot added to that penny that she put up before, so that's 5-0. But playing in the major that's going on next door, and then knowing all of that you have to play, for instance, during a 2 to 3 day tournament, the stamina and the focus that you have to keep. What is it that helps you keep that focus, or what's the thing that breaks that focus? Because Marcus and I noticed in your match, there were a couple of times you dropped your head and you were not happy with yourself.
Yeah, I mean, what gets me is when I start talking to the crowd a little bit too much. When you start hearing me talking a lot, that's
trouble sign.
He's in the wrong spot right now. Yeah. He's in a bad spot right now.
All right, well, I'm glad to have you up here talking to me instead of down there talking. That one did not fall in. I think they both thought it was going to go in. And
Kat is giving up 5 back, right? Is that 5? 5? 5 to 5. Oh, there it is.
Yes, she did. And I would tell you this, too. Cornhole math is like donut math. Okay?
Krispy Kreme.
Do you know what I mean by donut math? When you walk into the donut store and you go, okay, here's your dozen. Okay, I'm going to have 3 of those, 2 of those. Okay, you got 7 left. You got to be able to work backwards.
I need some, everything. We talked about that. We talked about this in Ohio at Frank's house, I think.
Yes, we did. Yeah. Yes, we did. And I'm not as quick on the draw. And as you said, when a game's moving along this quickly, it is tough sometimes to keep up with the scoring. That's why it's nice to have that bug up on the screen that does it for you.
Well, it's hard because, like, I call it trigger. I've always called them just trigger throwing.
Right.
Because they're just gone. I'm like, good Lord.
Yep, and before you knew it, there was another point
there. You
there.
can't even commentate one throw because there's another one rolling. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't even have a chance there to discuss what was happening with Megan.
That's in the
She
hole.
put up another point. She takes that first bag, puts it in. Kat, and I will tell you this, having seen Kat very early in the day, I believe our first match, she is in a whole different mindset right now. She is firing on all cylinders. And she was not playing like this earlier. She is bound and determined to work her way back through and be one of those other four. Oh, that was a great opportunity missed right there.
To get two, yep. So Johnson City, Tennessee. Is that where she's from?
Megan is from Johnson City, born and raised in Johnson City, plays for Blackjack Cornhole, Mop the Floor Cornhole, Johnson City. So that's maybe the longest team name I have ever seen. Her hero, Dolly Parton. So here in Branson, this is a good place to be. I would say between this and Dollywood, she has found herself at home, absolutely. Kat says her hero, her parents, which is kind of nice. Being
I love that.
Parent herself. And if she wins that 20 grand, she wants to use that to help buy a house. Again, Megan's another one who says she wants to go to Disney World. So I think these guys are very slyly working on a sponsor by yelling Disney World. Yeah, they do.
I think mine was, I just built a building at the house for practice. So
we know exactly what it is.
30 by 50, I got to take care of that.
Got to finish the Z spot.
Yeah, absolutely.
We were wondering, Marcus and I were wondering in the earlier match, if that's done, are we going to get an invitation? I said, well, I live right upriver from him, so I'll send you some pictures. Because he'll probably invite me to bartend.
Absolutely. We're going to have a little get-together. I'm going to have about 3 country singer bands there.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah. Fantastic. Cool. All right, well, let me know when they're done, and then I'll head down.
Okay.
You know me. I'm rock and roll to the core, my brother.
But I thought about getting Rich to do his little band.
Absolutely. Rich Pyle, who hosts Whole Nation for the American Cornhole organization. Got a rock band. You know him from Hardcore Pawn and some other shows on TV. He will be a big part of Sunday as we look to award 20 grand in cash to one player. 10-8. Kat has jumped back up into the lead over Megan.
Marcus, you can chime in every once in a while, if you want to talk.
He stands here just in awe of you.
That's right. Okay, that's what it is. That's our Zoc line.
It's as easy as that right there.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Well, we were talking earlier as well. There's that handful of folks that are sitting here watching the forward progress, 10 squared up right now, and the audience looked like an oil painting except for one person while you were playing. You wouldn't happen to know that person's name, would you?
Was it Andrea?
It was Andrea. Yeah, she was bouncing around like a pinball.
She ran everywhere.
She was. She was inside your head, running around, telling you exactly what you needed to do or what you needed to stop doing. And
you already know that's happening.
It was fun to watch. Absolutely. Okay. Boy, they are just. You said it's trigger happy.
Have her own camera when I'm playing.
We'll see. Maybe the Andrea cam.
Yeah.
All right. Very good. We'll see if we can work on that. We'll talk with our friends at Stadium and say, hey, you guys wouldn't want to make like a helmet cam that we just follow her around the room.
Follow her when I'm playing.
All right.
She's animated to herself, you know what I mean? And I love it.
Absolutely. And these two, I think they are wearing me out just back and forth down the down the track.
Match is when you watch.
Yeah.
When you watch her heads go back and forth.
All right, that blue bag is launched. A nice blocker bag right there. Gives a little bit of shove, does Kat. Nice cleanup right there, rolling them both in. It opens the lane back up, and Kat takes advantage of that.
Oh, maybe a sneaker.
But I'm telling you.
She took this left side.
Oh, that's a fantastic bag right there. Dragging 2 in, so she's...
Kat, get in. Oh,
and off the back, that is
piece.
a massive turn right there, 17-10. And you do wonder now, are things going to slow down just a little bit?
I think she's going to have to slow in. She's got to slow in, slow down, and I take a little more time on a shot, you know what I mean? I think it's going to happen. It has to happen. Because if you let that pace go anymore, it's going to be what it is.
It'll be over before you know it, right? Leaving that bag there on the right-hand side, another sticky side, but that one falls in. Leaving that center open for Kat. She takes advantage of it for sure.
Another good one. She's still pulling away though.
Yeah, she isn't. She is absolutely taking advantage of that bag.
Here.
Megan left 4. Oh, baby.
See, that's when I usually, something like that, when it's sitting on the back like that, you got to step back for a second and take a little breather, settle in, and stay focused down into a bag, you know?
Right.
It's a difference in doing it a lot. You know?
Now, as a world champion and the king of cornhole yourself, knowing what it takes from when you won it to now, what's the difference? How much more competition is there out there now than then, and what do you have to prepare yourself with players that maybe you've never even seen before, even in pool play?
I think it all went down to bags. You know, like when you got a zone like this, because the hole's like this, you know,
6 inches,
6 inches.
sure.
So if you got an 8 inch, you got, say, 10 inches, and the bag falls in, just barely hitting it. I mean, that's the difference in the game.
Right.
Because when you're throwing these 450s or whatever they are, you know what I mean?
A stiffer bag with a stick and a slick.
Really sticky bag. You have to be dead on line. If not, you know what's going to happen. It's going to miss, or it's going to be short, or it's going to be. You got to be committed to the back shot on these bags, and I love that. You know what I mean? I mean, you got to be on that too. Don't get me wrong.
Right, the OG approach, absolutely.
But
all right, this is a big bag for Kat right here. Oh, trying to draw one over, takes it off the back, but able to drop one in for.
So is she looking at right now at 4? No, she's looking at more than that. 7 right now, isn't it?
This is going to come in low and hard.
Ooh, nice
and
shot.
she drops 2 in there.
So she has a 2. Kat got 2, I think, on that.
I really thought she was going to come in and try to drive all 3, and I've seen that happen a couple of times in today's competition from different players, and she definitely has that strength. All right.
Nice, pretty flat bag, too, when she throws it. Megan throws a really nice bag.
That is a scary first bag right there for Kat down low. Pick it up and make it up.
Just got to execute now. Couple shots. Just got to be in there.
Got to be there.
That's game.
Off the back. Oh, and that does it.
That does the game.
That does.
Nice shooting, ladies.
All right. Well, that's going to wrap that one up. I'll tell you something. That was that game right there was about a third of the time it took to play the game we called for you. But I'll tell you something, the result is still the same. We got somebody moving on and somebody wrapping things up who may have an opportunity. Kat may have an opportunity in singles through the major here at Branson to work her way right back into that final 16 on Sunday. And that's what we're looking at, continuing to watch some of the greatest matches in cornhole that you are going to see anywhere, especially this Memorial Day weekend. So thanks to everyone here in Branson, the CVB, the Convention Center, all the folks at the Branson Chamber of Commerce. We are here with Stadium, and we are going to continue with the greatest cornhole in the universe. We promise you that. I am Finn, the loudmouth for the ACO EZ. Thank you for spending some championship quality time with us here in the booth. Marcus is going to take us from here, and more World Championship Cornhole.